Hey, everybody, and welcome to the preseason to the official podcast of Hate2Pylon. This is a sports podcast, and my name is CJ Thompson.
And I am Jonathan Edwards. We're here today doing some wide receiver rankings. CJ, let's tell them what we got.
So, what we have here is this list that we found. I guess this was on IG that I found, and it ranked the top wide receivers in the NFL in 5 different categories. Best of the best, elite wide receiver, starred wide receiver, bona fide wide receiver 1, and high quality 2. And we both decided that we are going to get rid of star wide receiver. Tell me why, Jonathan.
We both feel that the star wide receiver label is more of a fame thing than an on-field play type label. So it's more of how you're seen off the field than how you perform on it. So we're going to get rid of the star wide receiver tier and sort them into either elite or bona fide wide receiver ones. So we end up with just 4 tiers today.
So, with that being said, once you get rid of a category, where are you going to put these people? And so, me and Jonathan both split up the star wide receivers, and we both took on 4 wide receivers of our own to decide whether they go up or if they go down. Jonathan, you kick it off.
All right, so I got the left side, the blind side. We're going to start off with Kenny Golladay of the Lions. He's an emerging young player, but I can't call him elite yet, so I'm going to move him down to bona fide wide receiver 1. Devontae Parker, in his 5th season, finally broke out and had a 1,000-yard season. But he's also going down. He's only done it for 1 year. I don't know if I can trust him enough yet to call him elite after 1 year elite production. Odell Beckham Jr. Is elite. He's moving up. Adam Thielen, I don't think he's elite. So he's moving down to bona fide wide receiver 1. I know some people aren't going to like that, but it is what it is. In my opinion, he was the second best wide receiver on his team for the last couple of years behind Stephon Diggs, who was on the right side of the bracket. Let's see if CJ agrees with me. CJ, take it away.
So I have the right side of the bracket, and the first wide receiver that I have is Courtland Sutton, who is, I believe, in his 2nd year in Denver from SMU. He is a very emerging wide receiver with a promising offense led by Drew Lock this upcoming season. You can expect big numbers coming from him very soon, but is he a star? Is he elite? First of all, he's not going to be a star on this list, and he's not going to be elite yet. Courtland Sutton goes down to bona fide wide receiver number 1. Now we have one of the most underrated wide receivers in the NFL, who I think could be best of the best if he never got injured as much as he did. Keenan Allen from the Chargers. Is that his name, right? Keenan Allen. From the Los Angeles. Did I just say San Diego Chargers? From the Los Angeles Chargers, no, please, can we have a fan this upcoming season, Chargers? Too bad he's going to be playing in an empty arena, whether it was 2019 or if it's 2020. But Keenan Allen deserves to be in the elite wide receiver category. He is very talented. Now going to the Minnesota Vikings, or should I say, let's trade you to Buffalo because we don't like your attitude. Stephon Diggs, who I believe will be an elite number 1 receiver. But for this list, he is going to the elite section, and he will transcend that offense for Buffalo only if Josh Allen's accuracy can get to him. Then we have the last wide receiver, and this one is a tough one. AJ Green, we grew up in the same area together. We played against the rival high schools. You went to Somerville. We went to Cane Bay. First of all, fuck the Green Wave. But AJ
Say it
Green,
again, CJ.
I'll say it again for one more time to the people in the back. Fuck the Green Wave. 14 to 7. But anyway,
That's right.
AJ Green is an
Was it
elite
3 to
wide
10 though?
receiver. He has big time, big play making abilities. He was playing 2019 with injuries, but again, who the hell would want to play on that trash Bengals team in the first place? So, even saying that his team might be doo-doo, but his play is elite, AJ Green is moving up to the elite category. So,
all right.
Moving on. So now that we kind of got that situated, so now we both get two takes of people that we would move up and down from the rest of the list. So Jonathan, you kick it off with your first move.
You want both of them together, or you want to do one me, one you?
Yeah, just one each.
All right. I'm gonna start with in the bona fide wide receiver 1 tier with Tyler Boyd. He had a bigger year than he's had, the biggest year of his career, mostly due to the absence of AJ Green this season. I do not believe he's a bona fide wide receiver 1 though. I'm moving him down to high quality wide receiver 2. CJ, who do you have?
All right. So my two takes is I'm also thinking in the bona fide wide receiver 1 category, and we're going down to Houston, Texas. Yes, they just traded away one of the greatest wide receivers in the NFL, but that's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Brandon Cooks, formerly of the Patriots, formerly of the Rams, formerly of this team, formerly of that team. And now he will be formerly of the bona fide wide receiver number 1. And I'm taking him all the way down, not to high quality 2, but he's gone all the way down to doo-doo because he doesn't belong on this picture at all. Brandon Cooks,
all right, that's a little
you're
disrespectful.
out of here. You're out of here. He's a number 2. He's not high quality. He's just doo-doo. What do you got, Jonathan?
I'm going to be sticking with the Tylers. This time I'm going to high quality wide receiver 2s. Tyler Lockett of the Seahawks. I'm moving him up to bona fide wide receiver 1. He's been in the league for 5 years now, and he's gotten better every single year. Last season was by far his best season, and he finally showed what he can do as wide receiver 1 of the Seahawks with no Doug Baldwin. He broke out, had a really big season, has really good chemistry with Russell Wilson. I have him as a bona fide wide receiver 1. CJ, who's your next receiver?
All right, for my second offering, you cannot accuse me of favoritism for this pick. This is based off of statistics. This is based off of research. This is based off of just sheer numbers. Terry McLaurin of the Washington Redskins, formerly of Ohio State Buccaneers, one of the draft steals last year in the 3rd round. I'm moving Terry all the way up to bona fide number 1, on the edge of being elite after this next season, where Dwayne Haskins will throw him for 1,200 yards and 13 touchdowns. You hear my prediction now. Terry has the speed. He has the ball skills. He has the big play possibilities. He also can go over the middle and catch the ball and take a hit. He is a complete wide receiver. His original plans were definitely to be more of a special teams guy, maybe a solidified 2 before the season started. But as we saw last year, that we had no wide receiver core at all. And he stepped up and he became that number 1 wide receiver that we needed. And he excelled well. If he didn't get hurt in the last game or the second to last game of the season and was able to play the last game, he would be over 1,000 yards. And that's just how I feel. And I think Terry is definitely going to be the future of the NFL.
I would agree with you. I think he's going to do well. I don't know if he's going to have the season you described. He's definitely going to put up some numbers. But I do disagree with you on the fact that he's going to be catching passes from Dwayne Haskins. One thing we know is your new coach, Ron Rivera, loves his boy Kyle Allen, who will feed Terry the same way he fed DJ Moore last year in Carolina.
That is false. We're going to strike that from the record, Judge. I do want to tell you this. Dwayne Haskins has been putting in that work this offseason. He's dropped his body weight down. His body fat is like 7%. He's slinging the rock. We all know he has the can of an arm. He's going to show you the accuracy. He's going to drop the ball in the bucket. And we're going to win games this year. We're going to be a well-oiled machine. We're going to be doing stuff that you're not going to expect. You think we're going to go north and south. We're going to go east and west, and then we're going to go north and south. Or we might just go straight to the touchdowns. We're just going to skip the left to right direction. We're just going to fly. We're going to fly. The offense is going to be flying. Back in the day when we had Art Monk catching passes. That's all I'm going to say. The Redskins are going to be great. They're going to be a sleeper team this year. But I don't want you guys to jump on the bandwagon now. I want all of you guys to just stay asleep, and we'll wake you up in the Super Bowl. Any closing comments for this episode, Jonathan?
Yeah. Would you like to throw one wide receiver up each who should be somewhere on this list? You don't have to rank them.
That's not
just
on
one.
the picture?
Yeah.
Good question. If I had to choose a wide receiver that's not on this list,
You want me to go first? What do you think?
Go first. You go first, yeah.
All right. I got Mike Williams. I do think he could potentially be a bona fide wide receiver one, but right now I'm going to stick him on the list as a high quality wide receiver 2. CJ, you thinking anybody yet?
I do have somebody, and again, just like my previous answer, I am not a person who does favoritism. I'm not a person who just only looks at his own team. But it just happens to be based off numbers, based on stats, based on projections. And we are in a projection business. And Steve Sims Jr., slot receiver from the Washington Redskins, undrafted wide receiver out of Kansas with the 4.4 speed, will have an amazing season in the slot, catching passes, running, kicks back for touchdowns. He's going to be super explosive. He's going to be that guy where we get the ball in his hands and he's just going to make plays. He's going to be a 75-plus catch guy this year. I'm expecting at least 1,100 yards from him, maybe 7 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns on the ground, and let's spark 2 of them for kick returns this year. I don't know. That's just an oddball. I'm just throwing numbers out there. But I just think this is what's going to happen. I think we're expecting big things from him. Working out with Antonio Brown and Antonio Brown's trainer. Antonio Brown's trainer said that he has similar qualities just as Antonio Brown with his route running, his feet, his quickness, his burst. And if we get anything close to Antonio Brown from Steve Sims Jr. this year, Steven Sims Jr. this year, well, the Redskins are going to go 11-5. Easily said than done, but it will happen. And my final words for this episode is just be HTPR.
All right. Well, this has been Hate2Pylon preseason, where I rank wide receivers for the upcoming NFL season, and CJ talks about his Madden Connected Franchise Mode team. So I hope you all enjoyed it. We will be doing some more of these. I think we already have a graphic up for running backs that we may or may not put out soon. We might wait a week or so. That's up to TJ. But that's
You'll
all
see
I
it
gotta
soon.
say for now.
You'll see it soon. This
Yes.
was the preseason week 1. We are still getting back into football shape. We're getting ready for upcoming football season. Then we'll be slowly approaching the NBA. NBA starts July 31st as approved by the commissioner. So we will be getting back into sports shape. And I know this episode's over, but I hate to pile on even more, even further. But that's a wrap for this episode.